You know what's interesting? On YouTube or just even any low quality content machines, they all post how to do this, how to do that. And again, I think one of the revelations I had in 2024 was realizing just how different everyone's journey is, and that not every advice is actually applicable. Actually, most advice is probably not applicable, and everyone has to figure things out on their own. And I think that's like where the beauty of really embarking on your own journey willingly. I think that becomes so much more fruitful than just, slaving away, listening to whatever, influencers or gurus are saying. So here, I'm not going to tell you how to be more lucky, because again, everyone's situation's going to be different. Everyone's just context, personality traits, all going to be different. That all plays a factor. That being said, I can tell you, at least from my experience, how not being unlucky, but how to prevent yourself from being lucky. All right. And honestly, what it really comes down to is not taking chances in life. So think about it this way. If you have a strict routine, or you get invited out to hangouts or parties, or maybe a stranger smiles at you, those are all opportunities that you can take and see where it goes. But the problem is that a lot of people just like to stay, as I hate to say that, in their comfort womb. They don't want to change their routine. They'd rather just stay at home and ignore all invites. When they see a semi-cute stranger smile at them, they'd rather just walk past it and not even give it another thought. And ironically enough, these are the very same people who complain that they're not given any chances in life, when in reality, there are many chances that come across you, but you're missing the one key virtue in actually making the most out of it, and that's courage, right? So when you see an opportunity, whether you don't feel ready, whether you feel scared, doubt, you just muster up the courage and take it. That's it. Again, everyone has to figure that out for themselves, but I can just tell you from my experience that you're not going to get a lot out of life when you follow a strict routine, when you ignore all invites, especially with when you meet new people in school or work and whatnot, or being afraid to interact with strangers. Again, life is messy, life is random. It's never going to be that streamlined method. Oh, if I do X, it's going to lead to Y consistently. That's not how it works. The way it works is that when the opportunity presents itself, you just seize it. That's it. And then ironically enough, when you start going after those opportunities you see or you recognize, other people are going to start seeing you as being lucky. When in reality, I don't even know if that's luck. I think you're just preventing yourself from not being lucky. When in reality, I think when it comes to life, is just, I don't even think, honestly, when I really think about it, I don't even think luck is that big of a factor. I think it's the factor of opportunities are coming by you, and are you willing to seize it? That's really what it is. And like I said, that's backed by that virtue of courage. If you're brave enough, to go into the unknown, to take a chance, you're going to get a lot more out of life. And ironically, what's funny is that a lot of times, if not most, things won't work out, but it's not necessarily the result. It's, again, going back to what I said earlier, that journey, right? Whether things work out or not, that journey is fruitful. That journey is rewarding. And I think, living in the West, we're so focused on just going after results or trying to get things done so efficiently and perfectly that in reality, we forget to enjoy the messiness of life. Like, for example, when say you're at a gathering and you hear someone tell a really interesting story, did you think that that personal story they're sharing, that they concocted that way back in the day saying, oh, I want to do this and that so I can have this fun story to tell people. No, it was probably one random event led to another. They saw an opportunity, they seized it, and then it just turned into something a lot crazier than they anticipated. And half the time the stories don't even end well. Someone gets embarrassed, humiliated, all that. Anyways, you get the point. Now, don't think of, I guess, funny, because this video is about how to be lucky, and I'm just telling you it's not about luck anymore. It's about allowing chances to come to your life, allowing opportunities to come into your life, and making sure that you're having the courage to take on whatever comes your way. Now, again, I don't want to be a douche and just leave you with such ambiguous advice. So the one thing I will mention is that you do want to approach life with it's called the barbell strategy from the Antifragile book. So basically, on one end, you have your set routines, your set friends, your set lifestyle right there on one end. And then on the other end is that probably gonna butcher this word, speculative aspect of life, where, for example, you try maybe one new thing or one new weird activity a week, or maybe you hang out with a person you've never met before, or someone new, or like I've said in previous videos that I haven't unlisted yet, but laying 5 bricks per day, where you just make a small social interaction with a stranger 5 times per day throughout the week. Anyways, the whole point is that on one end you have your comfort, your set routines, all that, basically your comfort zone. But then on the other end you have that aspect where you're willing to be a little more risk-taking, adventure-seeking, and all that. And again, I think that gives you the best of both worlds. But again, the one thing I really want to emphasize is, again, especially for that speculative side, you want to make sure that you have courage. Because I'm going to tell you this, guys, if you don't have courage, everything I'm telling you here is pointless. It's pointless, because without courage, you're just going to stay stuck with your strict routines. You're going to probably ignore invites because you want to stay home and be comfortable. You don't want to interact with strangers, especially if it's a semi-cute, individual that's showing interest. If you don't have courage, nothing I say will ever help you. That's just a fact. All right. So again, I know this video was how to be lucky, but I hope I gave you something that was better than that, right? So life is messy. Opportunities will present itself, and you just have to find that inner hero and seize it. Again, sometimes things won't work out, but it doesn't matter. It's gonna be, you're gonna grow from it. You're gonna have fun, interesting stories. You're gonna become a person, a well-rounded person of substance. All right. So anyway, guys, thank you for listening and watching. But if you have any questions, leave comments, shoot me a message, or if you think this video is completely trash, let me know, because my feelings have been hurt way too many times already. All right, guys. All right, I'll catch you at the next one. See ya.